is the dollar CAD on the 15-minute time frame, and I'm in a trend continuation trade to the downside. Now I'm in this as well as my main account, and what I wanted to show you is the benefit of having more than one account. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to delete the information off, take a look at the higher time frame, and work our way down from there. Now, as I say, I'm already short this currency pair. However, what we had here was this lovely channel which broke to the downside, and we broke to the downside with a lot of force. And typically the more times that we see support within an area, the more aggressive the break to the downside is. And what we did with that sideways, with that downward candle, is we then moved sideways for several days, and we could now see the continuation lower. Well, where could we come to? Well, as a minimum, we could come to this structure level just here. That sticks out to me. Let's drop down the time frame to the 240 and move down to this point just here. And then we had movement sideways. And then if we see here, we have a nice structure level here, 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 and here. And if we drop down another time frame to the 60, then what happened is we had two lovely key areas of structure like this. We broke to the downside, saw a pullback, broke to the downside again, saw another pullback, and you can simply then use a trend continuation strategy. Because this is valid on the 60, it means you can drop down to the 15 for your entry, and all we need is a lower close candle, which is there, but there is a lovely doji and a bullish candle there, giving us a lovely 3-bar reversal. So what does that mean? Well, it means that just here we have this lovely double top on the outside return, just to hide our stops behind, 180R behind there. And it means targets are down at that structure level. As you can see just down here, I'm front running by a little ways, but I have also thrown on a fib from the swing low to the swing high and aiming for that 127 as well as structure. So what does that mean in terms of the risk and the reward? Well, it'll mean it'll be a very nice reward to risk this. Means that we're looking at a risk of 34 pips for a reward down here of 74, giving us just over a 2-to-1 reward to risk. As we do come down to this lower level of structure just here, I will move to break even just to make sure the market doesn't come back up and stop me out, and we'll just hold for the trend continuation to the downside. Welcome back for the second part of the video. As you can see, the trade has now gone on to hit those projected targets. I am just going to drop from the 60 to the 15 so that you can see what happened here. And this was our entry, this lovely 3-bar reversal. We saw a small retracement lower, then back up to the highs, back up to this double top, where we put in a big lower low, lower close. And from that point, the market has basically just tanked short. So if we go to the 60, you can see just big red bearish candles, and this was the type of thing I was talking about in the first part of the video, where this was more a small hold before we saw that drop, and that's exactly what happened. So a very nice trend continuation trade there, 74 pips banked for a risk of 33, so well over a 2-to-1 reward to risk.